Hey guys, Derek here. Welcome back to the channel. We are back to watch another episode of the Midnight Club. This is episode 3. It is called The Wicked Heart. Last episode was called The Two Danas, where the story was told of the character Dana, who split herself into two parts to live two different styles of life, and it did not end well for her. This show is kind of spooky in a sense, not gonna lie. I normally don't get scared, but some of the jump scares in this show have been a little bit spooky. But I'm excited to try and figure out what's going on and try and figure out the mysteries of this house and what's going to happen to our main characters. And I'm just excited to jump into the next episode. So before we do that, if you end up enjoying my reaction, please leave a like on the video. It means a lot to me. If you're new here, hit subscribe and ring the bell so you're notified when I upload. And then if you want to see the full uncut version of this reaction, or you just want to support me financially in general, consider checking out my Patreon. That's linked in the description below. But otherwise, let's jump into episode 3 of The Midnight Club.
It was like going back in time. And this woman.
Yeah, the scary woman.
That's crazy.
I'm sorry, did you just call me crazy?
No.
No, he said, that's crazy.
Your Hal doll make you see terrifying old ladies too? Never mind. Going to bed.
I wonder if he has seen stuff. Oh, that's the tree with the symbol that she saw. Interesting. What does that mean? I'm still trying to figure that out. 29213. What does that mean? Is this in the past? Is this the cult that lived here? He's got the tattoo. Is this happening currently? You're gonna die in your dream. You have to be sleeping. There's no way. There's no way. Hey, I would not have turned around. Okay.
I knew it. I don't care.
Fine.
Sorry. It's just not my favorite day. I can be a bit of a bitch on
Weekdays?
family day. It's a petting zoo when
Got
the
her.
animals are dying.
Family Day does sound kind of like a zoo.
Tim's a good guy with a big heart, and he'd love to meet you. I told him all about you.
Bet that was fun. Told him all about your bitch roommate.
I told him you're the toughest person I've ever met.
Wow. She's like, why would you say that? Like, you're not supposed to compliment me. We have this whole angry banter back and forth.
The base in Okinawa.
Where you met.
We met near the base.
What about the one I asked for? The last one.
Ooh. From her papa.
That's
Did
the
he-
last picture.
Did he
Hey,
die?
the ambush.
Oh, yeah.
She's with her church group. They're throwing her a big party tonight.
I could go. I could go with you. We could surprise her.
You know,
Oh.
I don't think that would go the way you and me.
His mother's religious,
Your brother's gonna run
and
track.
he's gay. And got AIDS. So she judges him and doesn't want to visit him.
Super smart, great student. Terrible burglar, though.
I'm Alanka. It's great to meet you guys.
Oh, this is my mom, Samantha, my brother Morgan, and this is Catherine.
His lady friend? I saw some jealousy in her eyes.
And your sister is way prettier than... Sorry, Kev, you clearly drew the short stick when it came to...
Don't think they're... Yeah, yup.
Oh.
Yep. Come on.
You're Kevin's girlfriend, obviously.
Oh, no, I would have thought the same thing, you know, family day.
Yeah, I didn't mean to say that you looked like you were related to... You know, I'm gonna stop.
Are they siblings or are they dating?
Hey, sweetie. Sorry I'm late. I just got held up talking with Anya. Your roomie was kind enough to escort me. She's hilarious. I haven't laughed that hard in a long time.
Wow.
I want to show you my favorite place here.
What did she say to you? What immense amount of trolling did she just dish upon you?
Because we take care of each other.
Wow. Wow. Anya's a straight G. Wow. The framing of him inside the statues.
Tristan.
Oh, is she dead? Oh no. I don't even know this chick. That sucks for her. Sucks for her friend too. It's the first person here that we see die.
Do you take away the sheets? I mean, do you wash them and someone else sleeps on them later, or are they done?
We brought nothing with us when we came into the world.
Oh, hey, brother.
And we can't take anything with us when we leave it.
I recognized his voice. I recognized his voice before his face.
I'm sorry about last night. That all came out wrong.
It's okay. Yeah, I'm sorry. I hope I didn't embarrass your girlfriend.
It's all good.
You just assumed he was single because he was kind of flirting with you a little bit the whole time that you've been here?
Perfect son. Perfect student. Perfect boyfriend.
It's a mask.
Julia's art therapy, that's got a few things that intrigue me. There's this.
Right.
And I've seen this before. On the grounds for sure, but someplace else, and I can't quite remember.
In your vision? Maybe?
292.13? What is it?
I don't know.
Is it a
So
book?
my whole life, I've had this little voice inside that's
Is it-
driven me forward.
something in the Dewey Decimal System?
Look, I'm just saying, you've got a lot to process here. And I get it. I totally get the attraction. It's something else to focus on. Something besides...
Besides what?
The fact that you're dying. I get both perspectives of that. Because, like, she came to this house, mansion thing with kind of like with a specific... Jesus Christ, that's a ghost there. With a specific mission, right? Like, she is here because she wants to find a fix for her illness. And most other people that are in this building have accepted that they're going to die. And so I get both sides of what each of them kind of feels about her little quest.
Just a split second, and I checked the bedding. It was cold. Sheets flat, undisturbed. And I can't tell whether or not it was my imagination.
Or if it was a ghost? Like a real ghost?
Vague and brief. I promise, when I go,
Fair. Make it obvious.
I can come back and say something to you all. gonna fucking say it. Something you can fucking verify.
Fair. Fair.
So we all agree.
Lanka, why don't you tell them about the spooky ghost lady you've been seeing?
Dusty was perfect.
Dusty.
Perfectly fucking
Perfect.
crazy.
Ooh. New.
The wicked heart.
The wicked heart. Wicked, bruv.
Dusty Shane, high school senior, is, well, I guess he's perfect. Perfectly normal. I mean, perfectly average.
But he's got a dark secret. Is he a serial killer?
Nobody knows that Dusty lives alone with his mother. A few years back, her mind started to go.
Okay. God dang, Dusty. Dusty Bun. You a sketchy mofo. Are you gonna murder her? He is a serial killer. Taking her glasses. What is he, like Dexter? Jesus. Everyone's gonna think this chick just disappeared. He's like the guy in The Mentalist.
What?
You did a serial killer story last month and the dude drew smiley faces and blood, remember?
I forgot about that. It's like an X with the top filled in. Or like an hourglass.
That's a little better.
Does he have like a spot where he puts all his bodies? How many people has he killed so far? At least one other.
This wasn't the first time Dusty took a life.
Two others.
I hope I make you proud. Now leave me alone.
Would she place a curse on him? He thinks she controls the voices?
All of you. I'm sorry. Because that's what hell is. Knowing stares. Hell is everybody knowing.
Interesting.
I'm Sheila. I moved here this summer.
New girl.
Oh, don't do it, Sheila. Don't fall for the broody guy trick.
Oh, she's thinking with her hoo-ha.
She's thinking with her hoo-ha.
It's a bit of a problem.
Yeah, that sounds just awful. Wait a minute. Fuck you.
But they always like Dusty.
Was he goddamn Patrick Bateman?
What's gonna happen to him?
He knows he's gonna kill them.
I'm just checking on something. Or someone, really.
Nancy's
I'll
house?
swing by Nancy's, just make sure she's okay. I just feel better if I stop by.
Returning to the scene of the crime.
Come on.
Oh, that's okay. I can just wait here.
Don't be weird. Come say hi.
Methinks doth protest too much, young Dusty.
Nancy?
Feels different in the daylight, doesn't it, brother? You murdering sociopath.
I'm gonna call the police.
Oh, now you have to die.
Have you seen this symbol before?
No?
Isn't this part of the plan, though, for the cops to find this symbol?
You didn't look surprised
I'm sorry.
about the symbol. You asked me if I'd seen it before, but you went right for it.
Oh.
Have you seen it before?
She has. Amongst his many other murders.
I'm sorry about Nancy. I'm sure it'll all be fine in the end.
I'll see you tomorrow.
Methinks doth protest too much, me boy. You're being too suspicious. She just finds a new chick to chat with on AOL and then murders her.
Oh no.
Be continued.
To be continued. But hey, if you want to hear the rest, all you gotta do is
we know.
Stay alive a little while longer.
I hate it when you do that.
Hey, it works.
True facts. True facts.
I remember where I've seen it.
Holy shit.
Oh, on the... Yeah. Yeah, how do you not tell that that's a button?
Stop, there's nothing below the water. There's nothing down here.
Then it wouldn't go down. If there was nothing down there, it wouldn't go down, brother. Oh, we getting info now. We are getting some info now. You guys should have brought a friggin' flashlight. It's the cult.
Hold on 1 second.
The cult that used to own this place.
Oh my God. Kevin.
That's... Oh no. Look down. Does the shaft go even further down? Bro, you about to see some... Oh, there's spooky is gonna happen. Ooh, there's a candle. Light that candle. Christ, I'm a cracker. There's a bed down there. Oh, that's the end. Mother effer. Holy cow, brother. Oh, man. Whoo, okay, all right. This show has very effective jump scares. So we're like pretty confident, like a lot of this is tied back to that cult in some fashion, right? Because what, episode 1 they mentioned that a cult used to like own this spot, and it has something to do with Julia Jane, obviously, and the lady in charge seems to be like somewhat aware of the cult as well. Like when it was brought up last episode, she got a little tense about it. And so something ties back to that. Let's see. I thought, again, I like the interactions between a lot of the kids in these episodes. Like you're starting to feel the actual bond, particularly with Ilanka and Anya, where they're like, she started out very unlikable. Like, well, she was likable in the sense that she was like, you know how you like the bitter, snarky, sarcastic characters. Like if you find, like you can find that humor entertaining and fun in like small doses or like during small talk maybe, but like when you get serious about stuff, it can be a bit grating. But that has slightly started to shift as Anya has become more friendly towards Ilanka and accepted her kind of a little bit for who she is. And Ilanka, her investigation just continues, right? And she's seeing spooky stuff like no matter where she goes. She saw in her dream. I wonder. I think her dream in this episode was in the present. Like her dream last time, or her vision last time actually, was in the past. But I think this might have been in the present because like all the interior stuff of the house looked similar to what we've seen it as already. And they're like doing some ritual as they're about to go downstairs to their ritual room, like potential sacrifice room. We don't know 100% what goes down there, but they had the carving in the ground of the hourglass and lines all around. Like it looked like somewhere where you'd sacrifice someone and then all the lines like fill up with blood type thing. So very curious. 29213, she's wondering what that is, and I'm curious, like, how does the Dewey Decimal System work? I think that number is a book, right? Because it looks like it follows the method or processes of the Dewey Decimal System. I feel like I've spent a decent amount of time in libraries to recognize the Dewey Decimal System when I see it, and they've made a significant point of like the library is prominent. Like they're not just like, oh, surprise, this spot has a library. Like they made a specific point of being like, this place has a fully stocked library, like up to the brim styles library. And I think they mentioned that Ilanka has spent extensive time in the library trying to find answers about her Julia Jane mystery. So I wonder why she doesn't recognize that it's the Dewey Decimal System. At least I think it's the Dewey Decimal System. Like that's my only like prominent explanation of like what it could be, right? Like I guess it could mean anything, but it seems like a Dewey Decimal System number. And just to be sure, I looked up Dewey Decimal System 292.13, and it has to do with Greek. What was it? Greek. So the category of Dewey Decimal System 292.13 is Greek mythology and religion, which that might fit. If we're talking about some weird cult thing, like that could mean like whatever cult has some connection to like Greek mythology or like Greek religion in some fashion. And maybe, I don't know what that would mean like beyond that. Like that could just be like the origins of this cult. But it doesn't explain how Julia Jane like got cured. It doesn't fully explain the symbol that's both in the building and in the woods. Like was maybe like the symbol in the woods, like, because they said that one chick said the whole place is owned by the estate essentially. Like was the spot in the woods like a sacrificial area or like a burial site? I don't know. It has something to do with the cult, and it has something to do with Greek mythology and religion. Maybe the Greeks have some belief or religion that like if you do something, like if you sacrifice virgins or something. I don't know, that you can have eternal life. And maybe that's how Julia Jane was cured, right? Like maybe, what if this house, like maybe it's like a front, like the house is a front as a hospice, and maybe these kids actually are getting better. Like the kids that start getting better, maybe they kill them and like sacrifice them for something, and Julia Jane intercepted the healing power. I don't know. Cause the one girl that died this episode, Natsuki, was like, I thought she was getting better. And maybe it's possible she was getting better, and she was sacrificed by this cult. And that explains it. I don't know. Could be. It could be anything. I actually also really enjoyed Kevin's story. The story about the serial killer. It was really creepy because it's not like a spooky ghost type thing. Like it's not I mean, it had aspects of that, right? Like Anya's story was a little more fantastical than this one. But this was just about a creepy dude. A creepy dude that murders girls for whatever reason. We don't know 100% because his story is only partway done. But it's got something to do with his mom, and it's got something to do with some like demonic voices that he's hearing. And if he kills these girls, does it like put the voices at bay? Is his mom somehow controlling these voices? I don't know. But Kevin afterwards kind of gave off a little bit of a creepy vibe, not gonna lie. Because he's like, oh, we all have to draw from somewhere. And there was kind of somewhat connections to his story and what was happening in the real world, right? Like, we met his family on Family Day, where they think he's this great dude, but he's like, secretly, that's not who I am. And his girlfriend was there, and there was a weird vibe with that because like he's been kind of flirting with Ilanka the whole time, right? Like they've developed a connection, and his girlfriend seems somewhat jealous of that. And then in the story, well, she didn't outwardly portray like jealousy, but she had a look. There was a look that was like, ooh, awkward. And then in the story he told, he literally kills, like the Nancy chick is played by the actress that played his girlfriend. In that story, he murders her to be with Ilanka, the character that Ilanka plays in the story. And it's just like, it's very, very curiouser and curiouser. And I'm curious to see if they continue his story going forward, or if that was just like a fun little thing to be like, oh, he does this all the time, right? But then when he was standing in the elevator, like while Ilanka was exploring the little spot, while she was exploring the like ritual room, he was just like, him in the background just standing there in the elevator was kind of creepy. I don't know why. And like, it could have been because he was scared and didn't want to go in there, or maybe he knew what was in there. I'm not sure, but we will find out. Overall, really enjoying this series. I should watch more of this more quickly, but lots of stuff coming out. Got to keep up with all of it. Anyways, definitely let me know what you guys thought of this episode down in the comments below. I know not a ton of people are watching my videos on this, and probably since I'm taking a long time, even less people will be watching it, but hopefully you guys enjoy it if you're here. If you're someone that is watching my reactions to this show and you are still here, leave comments. Comment on every single one of my videos. guys. Every time you watch a video, comment something. I don't care what it is. It helps the engagement so much. But no, for real, tell me what you think. If you've watched all of it, obviously don't spoil it, but how close am I to figuring things out? Very curious. Yeah, I don't know. If you liked my reaction, please leave a like on the video. It means a lot to me. Helps my channel out a ton. If you're new here or you find yourself coming back often, hit subscribe, ring the bell so you're notified when I upload, especially if you want to see me react to more of the Midnight Club. And then if you want to see the full uncut version of this reaction, consider supporting me on Patreon. That would mean the world. But otherwise, thank you for watching, and I'll catch you guys next time.